Lush green and deep blue, a fresh view of an erstwhile war zone. Till 2009, military choppers occupied the airspace, showering bullets to eliminate the enemy. Their attention grabbed not by the beautiful lagoons, coastline and the forest, but LTTE hiding in the jungles. The overhead planes now advertise Jaffna's many stunning sights. We have landed in Jaffna, a land and people who've been mired in a long conflict. Dressed for work, the daily routine in Jaffna seems to unfold under the gaze of the military. Checkposts are common, as are men in uniform. And for anyone who wants to speak against the government, fear perceptible. Motorbike, we are told, is the safest way to travel to meet them. In a car, we might be followed. We meet a former LTTE rebel. She says her husband was in the senior military ranks of the LTTE. After the war in 2009, her husband went missing. In October 2010, she spotted him in a video clipping, naked and hands tied along with others, surrounded by military men. She shows us this photograph also reported in the local paper and shows us his picture before the war with his family. It's evident the same man is in both pictures, but the authenticity of the photographs can't be independently verified. This, she says, is her evidence that her husband was in fact in the custody of Sri Lanka's military. She's shown these to us, but we can't show this to you because that endangers her safety. She says the war is over, the LTTE is gone, and now her priority is her family. And his wife is not the only person who asks us to conceal her identity. Another LTTE member's wife says she hasn't heard of her husband ever since he surrendered to the military forces.
இது கையால கொண்டு போய் உட்படைச்சு ரெண்டு குழந்தைகளுக்கு முன்னாலேயும் கொண்டு போய் உட்படைச்சு அரசாங்கத்தின் கையில இருக்கிறாருன்றது மட்டும் உறுதி வச்சிருக்கிறியா சாகொள்ளிட்டியா அல்லது என்ன நடந்ததுன்ற ஒரு துன்பம் இல்லாத வாழ்வங்களுக்கு தான் செத்துட்டாருன்னா நிம்மதியோட வாழலாம் தேடி அலைகிறதுக்கு இயலாது.
Then there's a whole question of people who surrendered. Are they dead, alive? Where are they? There are estimated something like 90,000 odd widows in the north and east. Are they really widows? Do they inherit property? Can they get married again?
The women we meet are asking the government to either find their husbands or inform them if they should continue searching and wait for them to return. The unstoppable tears of this grandfather are testimony to the interminable impact of war. His grandson, he says, worked with the LTTE on a salary, picked up twice. The first time he made his way out by bribing his grandfather, alleges. But in late 2010 was the last they saw of him.
சேர்ந்ததுன்னா அதில் வேலை செய்ய சம்பளம் கொடுத்தவை 6,000 ரூபா சம்பளம் அந்த நேரம் காசு கொடுத்து வெளியில் வந்துட்டு வெளியில் வந்துருந்தவர் வெளியே வந்து இஜைகளில் தான் முடிஞ்சது.
Some who were caught by the military forces have not been seen again, and some who surrendered allegedly have not been heard of. And those who were picked up after the war are still missing. So on one side are these allegations still being levelled against the government, and on the other, the Commonwealth meet in Colombo. Sri Lankans seem divided on whether the Commonwealth meeting is good for the country or a farce in the middle of these human rights allegations. And the complexity of the Sri Lanka situation is reinforced as a former LTTE rebel admits how the Tigers forced the Tamils to give up one child per family to fight for them.
குடும்பத்துல ஒரு ஆளாவது இருந்தால் தான் அவையில் அந்த குடும்பம் கூட பாதுகாக்கப்படணும் என்ற அவையில் யோசிச்சு கடைசி நேரம் கட்டாயப்படுத்தினதான் அதை ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளும்.
People didn't volunteer to give their children. LTTE forced them to give.
போஸ்ட் பண்ணி கேட்டவேதான்.
What did she say?
She agreed they posted.